But I want to start it soon.
What are the easiest and hardest ranks to reach in video games? In this video, I'll be ranking 9
Yeah, I
of the
thought of
most
that idea.
competitive games
Just
on a
randomly, I
tier
was in
list
bed.
from S to F. At the end, I'll crown one rank as the easiest and one as the hardest rank to reach. To make sure your favorite game doesn't end up in F tier, it needs
Yo,
to
I wonder
tick
where
3
Siege is gonna
boxes.
be.
It must have a high skill ceiling that encourages mastery. It needs to have a strategic aspect to it, meaning it demands complex decisions.
Chat, what would you rank
It
Siege?
needs to have an intense player interaction
I mean, rank
that
2.0
keeps
is
every
easy.
match unpredictable and high stakes. Supersonic Legend, or SSL for short, is Rocket League's highest rank.
No Overwatch.
At first glance, the game may look simple. Score more goals than the other team before the
F.
game ends. If it's tied, it goes to overtime until one team scores. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's one of the most mechanically demanding games out there, if not the most.
Bro, I could do that, bro. Come on, I can do that, chat. No? Give me 3 weeks.
Transferable skills like shooter games.
Can I do that, chat, or not?
Soccer is a unique.
I'm about to hop on Rocket League after this, bro. You guys get me mad.
It's like a completely different game.
I can't do that?
The high skill ceiling comes from
Who wants to bet money?
not only the flashy mechanics.
Who wants to lock a band? I can't do that. Nobody said yes. Nobody in the chat said yes. Wow.
Especially the basics. Dribbling, aerials, rotations, passing, which is underrated.
I'm a good passer. I'm a good passer. I'm a support player.
Decision making, and the hardest of them all, open nets. But it's not all brawn, no brain. To learn rotations for offense and defense, and other things like shadow defense, kickoff strategies, teamwork, and ball possession. The only aspect of luck is the demolition spawn. Notably, the game isn't over until the ball touches the ground. So if you're down by 1 and the clock hits 0, there's still a possibility to win.
It is almost there, it just has to hit the floor. Final Panda puts it a long way, and it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive.
Oh!
Puts it there, bounces into the corner. Energy still around. There for the shot.
To tie the game? He said this is Rocket League.
0.01% of players are SSL, and if your teammates stop throwing your game.
Wait, 0.1% of 0.01% is SSL. Jeez. Wow. What? Damn.
Maybe that'll increase that stat to 0.01000001. With all that being said, SSL gets a nice combo spot in S tier.
Chat, agreed or no?
Is usually between Rocket League's SSL and League of Legends.
Oh, this game's hard. I'm not gonna lie. League's hard,
popular games of all time, and is probably the biggest in esports. At its base, 2 teams of 5 battle it out on a map called.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. Who's watching this? Like, what is going on right now? What are these 1980 ass graphics?
Rift. To win,
might as well just put it in black and white at this point.
Before they destroy yours. Each base has a series of turrets and waves of minions that constantly spawn. League is one of the most strategically demanding games on the list, and also has a massive skill ceiling. The combination of intricate mechanics, constant meta shifts, and high player interaction means only the most dedicated players can reach the high ranks. It's probably the most complicated game. There are over 169 champions with unique abilities. A good player has to understand what each of them do, how they play.
Faker, yo, Faker's nasty.
What.
He not better
to
than
know your champion
though.
inside out. Understand your lane opponent. Adapt your build to your team and the enemy team. Maintain map awareness, secure objectives, and communicate with your team. All of this while clicking at lightning speed, spamming abilities, and dealing with one of the most notoriously toxic communities in gaming. If you can do all that, you might only reach Emerald before going mentally insane, if you aren't already. Most players.
Any League players in here, chat? Any League of Legends players?
Only 0.015% sit at the top of the ranked ladder, putting Challenger at S tier. Now getting into the shooter games. One of the oldest games around, CSGO, Global Elite is the highest rank achievable. CS is a first-person shooter video game that is based on search and destroy. There are 2 teams, A and B. The goal of Team A is to plant the bomb and defend the bomb until it explodes. And Team B has to defend bomb sites and defuse the bomb if it is planted. The structure of CS is that there are 10 players in the server, meaning each team has 5 players. The game is played until one team wins 16 rounds. In regular gameplay, there are 30 rounds played, and if necessary, there is overtime that is played until a winner is declared.
Stewie. Oh my! Oh!
principles of the game are pretty straightforward, and your skill isn't limited by the game.
Oh, we just quick peeked
simple
them.
physics, simple objectives, simple maps, and it's not that hard to shoot.
This guy playing R6 out here.
And because it's so simple, it leaves room for skill and teamwork to be the main elements of the game. However, the movement mechanics add depth and nuance, forming the backbone of competitive play and entire communities. Mastering elements like counter-strafing, recoil control, precise utility placement,
CS is hard. CS is hard.
Decision-making and teamwork is essential for success. Out of the millions of players in CS, just 1.2% of the player base reach global elite. A tier. It's
whoa. A tier? Now, are we talking...
Base reach global elite.
Now, would we consider Face It level 10 S tier? And then global A? Because I heard Face It level 10's hard. Or would it stay in A?
Tier. It's heavily debated that Valorant is just a copy-paste.
I don't know why this guy's not talking about
Radiant
Face
is
It.
the highest rank in Valorant. It's a basic 5v5 shooter where one team must plant a spike, which is basically a bomb, and the other team has to defuse it, just like CS. However, unlike CS, each character is an agent and has unique abilities that require understanding and practice to use effectively. Utility is what makes Valorant. Believe it or not.
Look at this. Look at this. What's happening?
Every 3 seconds. You block vision, force the enemy team to leave a position, try to get a kill, obtain information about where where not the opponents are, delay a push, and so on. Learning how to combine these abilities with gunplay as a layer of complexity.
Why is it green?
Besides the basic focus on shooting mechanics, including recoil control, aim, and crosshair placement, there's also an ecosystem. After each round, you get a certain amount of credits with which you buy your weapons and abilities. To capitalize off of this, players must strategically plan how they spend their credits for the best possible outcome, just like CS. To balance all of this strategic board game in the back of your head while actively playing an FPS is no easy task. Mastering these requires a ridiculous amount of skill. While most players sit in gold and silver, only a measly 0.02% top of the ranked ladder. Radiant gets A tier.
Damn, chat, what would you say is the harder game? The harder game? CS? CS Face It or Val?
With its sibling. Overwatch is an interesting game, and
like what's harder to hit and
to win, you have to complete the objective based on the map, where 2 teams of 6 compete. Sometimes you have to push a robot, other times you have to push or defend the payload. There are 3 classes you can play as: tank, damage, and support. Each has their own kit of abilities.
Overwatch? Nah, I don't think this game is that
know each one down to the T, and know which hero counters which. Overwatch is the hardest game to aim in. People are constantly changing heights. Every hero fires extremely differently. Movement is absolutely busted. Hitboxes are inconsistent, and abilities are weird to play around. Compared to the games where aim is consistent, Overwatch is a whole other story. At the highest level, everything is faster, and the meta constantly changes.
I remember I played Overwatch for a little bit.
Strategy-wise, you need to know many things: team comps, timing, positioning, plays. Do you dive in, flank, or hold an angle? There are also little things you need to know. For instance, if 4 people on your team die on point, including your support, you should just die as well. If you try to survive, you're just feeding and giving the enemy team ult charge. The reason for this is because it's more valuable than trying to survive 4 seconds longer. Respawn alone and leave your team in a 5v6.
Bro, is Val that hard?
Instead, you should die instantly.
Or not Val, Overwatch?
Reset back into a new 6v6 fight. Also, please don't go in alone and
we got a sniper? This guy's cold.
It never works. Before, the highest rank was Grandmaster, but in Season 9, Blizzard added a new rank, Champion, just above Grandmaster. With over 35% of players stuck in gold, just 0.07% of players make it to Champion. Since this new rank was added, it pushed everyone down a rank. Players reportedly responded with difficulties ranking up. Champion gets a nice spot in Grandmaster is the highest possible ranking in
I'm not doing Overwatch,
and needs no introduction. Apart from the World Champion, GM is the highest title a chess player can attain. At first glance, chess seems just like another.
I'm a checkers type of guy, so
imagine this for just the first 4 moves. There are over 318 billion different possible combination of moves. By the 10th move, this number has increased to 169.
I don't know. I don't play chess. I don't even understand this game.
It's 169, followed by 27 zeros. Mechanics-wise, chess is relatively simple. To win, you have to checkmate the opponent. Chess requires mastering a vast array of strategies, patterns, openings, and concepts that are essential for high-level play. Spatial reasoning is particularly challenging. To put it into perspective, pro players can spend almost a whole hour before making a single move in a classical chess game. Additionally, chess can be expensive, both in time and money. Achieving mastery demands significant time. Becoming a grandmaster takes years and years of dedicated practice and expert coaching. And even then, sometimes it's still out of reach. Competitive play often involves travel, which adds to the costs and entry fees for tournaments can be substantial. Not only that, but you must practically dedicate yourself to the game, while earning pennies from earnings, putting Grandmaster at S tier. Fortnite, the most popular battle royale game, and the most
Fortnite
unique.
is so
And
hard,
let's
bro.
be honest, we all played it. The game offers an easy entry point, but boasts an extremely
Prime
high skill
Tfue
ceiling of any
movie.
FPS, battle royale, or tactical shooter.
Oh, you guys said F. I thought my stream crashed, bro. Jeez.
Of course, you need incredible aim, but the building is what really sets Fortnite apart.
No,
from
Unreal
all
is
the other
easy,
games.
but Fortnite
Even
Pro
after
is
years
so
of it
hard.
being released, there are new mechanics that come out every season. Building, aiming, positioning, rotations, constant updates, meta changes, new maps every season, and arguably one of the most demanding decision-making games.
Nah,
It's
hitting
not
Unreal
easy
is like
to stay
mad
at the top.
easy,
Game
I
sense
heard.
and decision-making
But
are
like,
crucial
bro,
in
Pro
Fortnite.
League
You can have
is like
flawless strategy and movement, but a single mistake, like choosing the wrong heals, picking up a less effective weapon, or rotating through the wrong part of the map can come back and haunt you in the end game. I mean, just imagine over 30 people in the last zones, which are tiny little circles on the map. Absolute chaos. It's incredible how many micro factors need to align for a win, unless luck is on your side. Each choice matters, and one misstep can snowball into a costly consequence later. However, Unreal, the highest rank, isn't that difficult. Yes, the skill to be the best like a pro player is no joke
Benji Fishy
whatsoever,
is like
but the
nasty
ranking
at
system
Val
is
and
different.
Fortnite.
It's relatively easy to rank up,
That
get
guy
a few
got it.
kills, and make it past top
I see
50.
clicks, I
mean,
see
look
clicks.
at this guy. He made it there by not doing anything every single game. Again,
fuck?
getting Unreal and being the best are two completely different things. Unreal gets A tier, but because of those reasons, it gets bumped down to B tier. Starcraft 2 is probably the most complicated game. It's very
Starcraft 2?
learning curve. Before you start
Is playing this?
the main objective of this game is pretty simple. Kill the opponent's structures and
Bro,
units. The game is
what?
won by destroying all of your opponent's structures. At the start of
What
the
even
game,
is
you have exactly
this?
12 workers. They are there to mine the blue crystals called minerals for you. You will be able to build more workers, buildings, and of course, units. The core mechanics of this game can
Look
be
at the
divided into
graphics.
two:
No way
micro
people like
and
watch
macro.
this.
Micromanagement is the process of controlling your units during the game.
What's happening?
Macromanagement is the mechanic of getting your economy
like
up
bugs.
to speed and getting a good
like
army. While micro
bunch of
might
ants
not
walking
be as
around.
important as macro, it is still definitely something you need to know. Micromanagement is basically a term used to describe controlling your units. In this game, you want to make sure you use your units' abilities, position them right for engagement, and use the units you have available as much as you can.
What?
Honestly, it's a game that's relatively simple to learn, but much harder to master.
Yeah, bro, we good
It has
off
one
this
of the
game,
highest
bro.
skill caps because there's always something you can be doing. In even an incredibly difficult game to perform well, like League of Legends, there is some downtime where you don't have to be doing something. Whereas StarCraft, there is likely something you can be doing in a fraction of
What
a second
the-
to improve your situation. It's certainly up there in difficulty to master as far as competitive PvP games are concerned. What truly makes StarCraft complex is that your opponent is a human that has been given enough control in a world with many variables, which creates almost limitless possibilities. Grandmaster League. The league represents the top 200 players in each
Alright!
province. In other words,
This
players
game.
Master, the rank right below, are
Yeah.
Grandmaster, S tier.
Bro,
Champion
yeah,
is
S
the
tier.
highest
Nobody
rank
plays
in
that.
Rainbow Siege.
Oh!
Siege is a team-based shooter and has similar objectives to Valorant.
Siege!
Some say that Siege has the steepest learning curve. When team plants the bomb, the other team defuses it. Each player can play as an operator that has unique abilities. Rainbow
Look at
Six
that
Siege
movement
thrives
back
on the
then.
strategic depth, which requires an
Look
exceptional
at that movement,
understanding
bro.
of its huge map pool. Each map offers multiple levels, destructible walls, ceilings, and floors, creating an environment where
Bro, got Outback in
adaptability
there.
is crucial. Unlike traditional shooters, the game's destruction mechanics mean that no angle or cover is permanently safe. Players must account for vertical play. Defenders can be attacked from above or below, and attackers can create new sightlines through
OG
reinforced walls.
consulate.
Knowing the maps is not just about memorizing room layouts. It's about understanding the flow
Damn.
of engagement and anticipating where enemies may set up traps or ambushes and predicting their rotations. Mistakes like choosing the wrong entry point or failing to control critical
He gotta
map areas can be
specify
devastating.
ranked
Mastering
1.0 or
these
ranked
elements
2.0?
separates casual players from
Ranked
high-level
2.0 is
players. There is so
like
much
C.
more to becoming good at Siege than just pure aim. You need various skills such as map knowledge, game sense, tactics, intel gathering and utilizing, and communication. 0.3%
Plats were
is in
demons
the
back
highest
then,
rank,
bro.
putting champion at A tier. It's hard to decide which rank is the hardest to achieve, as every game is unique in its
I don't
own
know.
way and requires thousands of hours of gameplay and practice to even be considered good. If push came to shove and one had to be decided as the most difficult, it would be Grandmaster in chess.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nobody cares about chess, bro.
Think about it. If
Chat,
had
what would
10
you say is the
years to play
hardest?
in any of these games?
Would you guys say the Rocket League's the hardest?
By the 10th year, you would definitely be the highest rank in any of these games. Except chess.
Take this
because
game
you could
out.
dedicate your whole life to playing chess, but never reach Grandmaster. That's just
Chat, besides chess, bro. Besides chess.
Takes to be the best. A close second would be Starcraft 2, followed by League of Legends and Rocket League. As for the easiest, it would be Unreal and Fortnite.
Yeah. Low-key facts though, nah? Damn, that was kind of... I mean, that list is questionable, bro. Because you have to, like, put it into different, like, things, you know? Bro. Let me see. Is my food here yet? That was really a good-ass video. Let me see. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even want to do this Discord segment. Chat, R6 or Discord segment? R6 or Discord segment? Let me know.